Hello, Monsters Abound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 44 of my Khalida campaign. Last time, Snorko got away. There he is, heading off into the hills.
You're not right, Dad.
Well, no, that's, I mean, I've had professionals say that before. So he's very much the Blofeld of the Warhammer world. He's gonna be running off, no doubt, heading back to his underground lair. I mean, greenskins generally do live underground. Well, not all the time, but quite often a lot of greenskins are underground, so that makes sense, doesn't it? To hold the Warhammer world to ransom, or to keep pulling the strings in the background, something like that. Anyway, we're probably not going to be able to catch up with him, unfortunately, but things aren't looking all bad because the dwarves are striking back. It looks like they've got Mount Squighorn under siege. If we can finish off the last few greenskin cities down here, that means that the greenskins are going to be relegated to this northern portion of the World's Edge Mountains, and you can only get through there via this little sort of valley, this little pass over here. So we should be okay. I mean, the greenskins will then only be attacking through Blackfire Pass. I mean, they can also use the underway, but generally they'll probably be coming through Blackfire Pass. So at that point we can then concentrate on Vlad, who, to be fair, has quite the empire now. His empire spans from Telia all the way over to Sylvania, all the way to Altdorf now, as far as I can see. He might even control more. Can we actually...
I do not bandy words with the weak. Leave me.
Alright, chill. Okay, so he's got 25 settlements. That's quite a few. Not as many as us, although we are losing some, because obviously the Chaos Horde has rocked up, much like British football hooligans on tour, and they are currently burning our stuff to the ground like British football hooligans on tour. Wakaf, not Rakash, Wakaf. Wakaf is currently here in Al-Haik. He's hiding behind the walls for protection. Poor old Wakaf there. He's of course waiting for Khalida. We're going the wrong way for Neferata's head, but yeah, she's heading down to relieve him. I mean, poor old Wakaf. He's not really... He's very much the new kid on the block, isn't he? He turned up and we were like, the Chaos Horde over there, go and just try and stop it if you could, like sending a lamb to go and stop a freight train. Just go and stand in the path and see what happens. So quite wisely, Wakaf is currently hid behind some walls, and Khalida's going to come and rescue him. Bit of a heroine there. Of course, never send a Tomb King to do a High Queen's job, really, is the moral of the story there. We have lost a few cities. I think there's about 4 or 5 Chaos Hordes currently milling around here. We did manage to put a dent in one of them, although how much of a dent? I don't think it's... yeah. We've also got some Chaos Hordes over here. It does look like that some of them are going to go and annoy Skrolk, which I'm all for. Anything which annoys Skrolk, thumbs up for there. We do have Hubus Heldenmuth, who is, I'm hoping, going to destroy Fuming Serpent, because I don't want it, frankly. I want it razed to the ground. I suspect they'll probably ignore it because I want them to destroy it. We've also got King Rakash over here. He's recruiting a few more units, and then there is this book army over here. Motigun, Wrathbringer of Hashkinish. Goodness, that's a mouthful. So I'm hoping that we can catch him next turn. I'm a little bit worried about Zaltek there, but I might abandon it. I'm kind of thinking maybe invading Lustria is sort of surplus to our requirements. We don't need to invade. I mean, it'd be nice, don't get me wrong, it'd be nice to invade Lustria, but we don't need to. It's not a requirement. So we might pull back to the Vampire Coast and just go, you know what, this is our little foothold, and that's fine. That's all we need. We do, of course, need these settlements for the victory conditions, so we will hold on to them. We also need to wipe out the vampires. That's easier said than done. Muslon as well needs to die, and Manfred, who is currently hiding in the mountains because Vlad chased him. In fact, where is... Right, vampires. There we are. Right, vampire counts have currently 3. Oh, it looks like they've been chased out the mountain. It looks like they've got Kislev, which probably means they're in the path of the Chaos Warriors, which means Manfred might not be around much longer. Poor old Manfred. His tiny little round golf ball head there. Just his brow creased in concentration as he desperately tries to hold on. I think we might lose Barak Var because Azhag is over here, but I'm more concerned with, to be honest, killing Grimnor. Killing Azhag would be good as well if we could, but the vampires are milling around here as well, so there's lots to do. So I may as well end the turn because I've spent hours talking. There's Prince Deskhead. He's motoring his way down. I think we'll probably lose Barak Var. Snorko's probably going to go run away. Oh, Grimgor's got assaulted. Good. Yep, that's a lot of chariots, isn't it? That is, yep. Okay, we'll just auto-resolve that one, I think. Oh, Grimgor did not spot us. So, King Peter Andre is very, very close to Grimgor there. That Azhag army would be good to kill, but... Oh, you're going to lay siege to it as well? Of course you are. Okay, that's not a problem. It would be... we need to kill that Azhag army, but to be honest, I think that Peter Andre should be able to Insania his way out of that. Oh, Prince of got assassin. God. Prince Araro. Right, Puppets of Chaos, what are you up to? You are laying siege to that, you're laying siege to that, and oh look, here comes more. And yes, you're going to ignore Fuming Serpent, but then you're going to ignore everything else as well. It looks like you're heading down to annoy Skrulk. 100% behind that. Good, you know, Godspeed. Which god? Zinch. Good one. Actually, you know what? I quite like Nurgle. So, Nurgle. Okay, so we have been sacked. It does look... Are they laying siege to me?
Do not mistake me.
No, you're just marching around. Okay, we got raiding going on there. You're wounded. Settlement besieged. That's fine. Mission issued City Life. Raise or sack a settlement belonging to one of the following enemies of the Exiles of Nahek. Do I actually know the Exiles? Did I know that last time? Oh yeah, because of course they won't have anything to do with me because they hate my guts. Well, no, they just don't trust me.
Serve me well, and I might be able to bestow the great king's favor unto you.
I know you've been away for a little while, Katep. I've got some bad news for you. The Great King is... Well, you know what? Don't worry, it's fine. So, sure. So, yeah, it would be nice to have these guys as friends. Is there anyone that will have anything to do with me? Let's just have... Who? Right, Carrick Ziflin.
Aye. Let's hear what you have to say.
Ooh, I mean, they're sort of umming and ahhing about a non-aggression pact. They do have 354 relationship with me. And no. And that's alright, deals differ greatly. Do they? Are you sure? Okay, fine. Fine. Right, so... I've got options here. I could have go after Grimgor. He has stuck away. He hasn't seen King Peter Andre. So we could deal with that. I might lose Barak Var. I'm not overly worried. I mean, the Blood River Valley is very much the front line. I don't care if I lose it, to be honest. It's not going to be the end of the world. Satep, I think we're going to move you. I think, you know what? I am confident that Khalida can defeat the Chaos Horde by herself. I'm confident of that. Ramket, you've got a skill point. I don't. Spirit Leech, maybe. I think Spirit Leech might be good for killing off the Chaos leaders. We can do that. Like their wizards and stuff. We could, yeah, I think that makes sense. So we're rushing to relieve Al-Haik before the Chaos attack. There's another army around here somewhere. I don't know where that's gone. I suspect it's heading down towards the the Wizard Caliph's palace. So I think we'll probably kill Grimgor. Grimgor has run away. Classic Grimgor. But we can... Can we march? It's quite... Are they? Is it under? It's under. Well, you know what? No. Actually, no. Because if I do that, they might attack me with Azhag, and that would be bad. So let's come over here. I don't really care about losing Barrett Var. King Thotep. You're very much a newbie, aren't you? And I think you could do with a little bit of training. I think everyone else has killed Grimgor, so maybe it's your turn? Destroy them indeed. So we're going to have to fight this battle because that's looking a little bit ropey. But I don't think it's going to be any kind of yeah, I mean, they've got an Arachnarok Spider. They've got some... Yeah, yeah, fine. Poor old Grimgor. He doesn't know which way to run. He ran away from Ibermusa Mittens. Straight into the waiting arms of Peter Andre. He ran away from him straight into Thotep. So he's not having a good old time, his poor old Grimgor. He's it's not the first time we've killed him either. So we've used a couple of Ushabti with great bows to just pull the enemy army in by just getting in range of its units. As soon as it thinks you can just sit there and plink it with arrows or artillery, it decides that, you know what, I'm going to charge relentlessly. So good old AI has fallen into my devious trap. It's a little bit cheaty, isn't it? But never mind. Sometimes, I was not going to move my entire army up. It was just going to be annoying. Especially because they don't have any sodding artillery. It's just a case of I had to get my artillery in range and then it would start. Anyway. So, the artillery has started aiming for the Arachnarok Spider. The Arachnarok Spider has decided to start dodging. Like the AI does. It's not very sensible. And then we change target to the Black Orcs because that's going to do a lot more damage. We've got the War Sphinxes and our Necro Sphinx in the front line. We've got these Ushabti with great bows plinking away at the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. I'm going to concentrate on the Goblin Wolf Chariots because for some reason ballista-like shots do horrendous damage to chariots, so may as well concentrate on them. We've got the Necropolis Knights and the Stalkers on the right flank to deal with the Forest Goblin Spider Riders as well. More Ushabti with great bow on the left flank. They're plinking away at the Arachnarok Spider, and Ushabti behind them to act as guards just in case they get charged. So already on the right flank we can see the Goblin Wolf Chariots moving up into position to open fire. They've already taken a fair bit of damage from the Great Bows, and the Forest Goblin Spider Riders are going to get charged by the Necropolis Knights and Stalkers. And obviously that is going to be very bad for them because Goblin Spider Riders aren't great at the best of times, and the Stalkers are good against large. Squig Hoppers, Durkit Squigs charging in against the Ushabti. They're going to be able to deal with them no problem. We've got Squigs heading up as well. There's the Squigs that are charging in. Going to change their mind at the last second. Necro Sphinx goes leaping in against the Arachnarok Spider and starts wailing away on it. The War Sphinx is going to move up to assist. And the left flank, Goblin Wolf Riders charged the Ushabti and, well, paid the ultimate price, basically. Grimgor's getting stuck in against the Necro Sphinx. I'm not sure what he thinks he's going to be doing against something that big. I mean, but you've got to give it, that's balls, that is. Going up against something that huge. Ushabti now making mincemeat of these Squigs. They're not going to stay in combat for very long. And Night Goblins getting charged. I think these are a Regiment of Renown, but it just says Night Goblins, so I don't know who they are. Are they the Warlord's Boys? I think they're the Warlord's Boys. They're the ones that don't run away, basically. So, some Black Orcs getting stuck in there, some Night Goblins. Necropolis Knights just going to make a real mess of them. And the Greenskins didn't really have a chance to start off with, and they're not doing so well. This War Sphinx is just making mincemeat of these Black Orcs, and we're shooting them at the same time. Black Orcs going flying everywhere. The Arachnarok Spider's been seen off, and now Thotep, the War Sphinx, and the Necro Sphinx are triple teaming Grimgor. Who doesn't? Yeah, he's not really. He doesn't really stand much of a chance, does he? Kind of unfair. Grimgor's decided to run away. These Black Orcs have decided to run away as well. I'm not. Yeah, probably sensible. There we go. So they're off. Ushabti chasing down some units, and just these Night Goblins, ones who are unbreakable, still fighting on. Night Goblins sticking around longer than Grimgor did. I mean, that is That is telling. They actually did some damage. Some of our Necropolis Knights have gone down, but the goblins are not going to be able to turn this around for the greenskins. I don't think so anyway. So we only lost 6, which is pretty good. We could take the replenishment just to patch up our army, but on the other hand, I kind of want the canopic jars because I need that new army. So let's harvest Grimgor's organs. Not for the first time. Oh, how did you get away? That is right. I suppose it's because Grimgor died. Okay, well let's take the replenishment this time then. And we've got Talisman of Endurance, which is very nice. Why aren't you replenishing? Local effects. No, don't understand. Because it's not. Finish troops. Oh, we've been hindered. Okay, fine. Brilliant. Right, Sutep, you've got a skill. I think Sunscorched Bone is probably going to be good for you. And Sashon, you are going to replenish troops, because maybe that'll offset. No, it doesn't offset it. Who the hell did...
Arise, legions.
Damn it, it was Melissa Ratep. There she is. Little... Oof.
Address me as your highness.
Okay, well we're going to go after... Oh, do we do after Caragdron, or do we go... I mean, we could chase down Snorko. On the other hand, Black Crag beckons. I kind of feel like going after Black Crag is a better option, so that's what we're going to do. So let's march after Black Crag. Ibermoose and Mittens. Now, you've got Woundmaker. Could get over my dead body. That might be quite nice. What? Okay, I'm not... We don't really have the rank on the Tomb Guard to warrant that. The Dune Riders, we don't really have many of them. I mean... No, I think what I'm going to do is go for Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike is quite useful. Those people that say it's mandatory, I disagree. I don't think it is mandatory. It is very nice, but it's not mandatory. So we're going to go for Soul Reaper, I think, to get the replenishment. And go after Black Crag. So that's what we're going to do there. We're moving up. Doc Karaz should be fine. I mean, we could get Salt Mine. I think we've got Salt Mines anyway, haven't we? Let's have a look at Mortuary Cult. Yes, we've already got Salt, so that's not really that important.
The realm of souls.
Mortuary. Let's get a Mortuary House to replenishment. Barrack Var, we're probably going to lose that, so that's not a big deal. Okay, that. King Rakash. Now, we could go after the Book Army. I think we're in range. We are. So that's an option. We could do that, but before we do that, let's just have a quick look around Lustria. So, I mean, all of our cities here have walls. That's excellent. We don't have any trade income anyway, so there's no point upgrading that. We could get more Tomb Guard. That'd be nice. And more replenishment would be nice as well. I guess, yeah, okay, so we could do that with Khalida. Khalida is fast approaching. So I guess the last thing to do is get our book, our brand new book. This is, I think this is the 6th Book of Nagash. Where are we? Here we are. Yeah, 6th Book of Nagash. This is going to give us Lich Priests of Shadow, of which we can only recruit one more, but still. And more Winds of Magic Power Reserve, which is very nice. Ironically, Rakash does not have a caster because, I think it was, is it Koataman? No, it's not. It's someone else. Anyway, he got shanked, so we don't have a caster. Someone did rightly point out that we did have a Screaming Skull Catapult in this army. I lost it bloody ages ago and forgot to replace it. Classic me. This army, on the other hand, does have some Reaper Bolt Throwers, so that we need to deal with those. The rest of it's mostly infantry. I think the main thing to worry about is this Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, because these things are bloody nasty. And yeah, I guess the Stalk. Well, the problem is it's anti-large itself, so the Stalkers might not trade very well with it. But let's get our book. It's not exactly Harry Potter, but you know, can't sniff at more Winds of Magic. Okay, what does the battlefield look like? I don't often look, but I'm just going to check. Actually, that could work in our advantage because I think I know this map, and it's got like a little cliff face here. So I think we're going to start at the top of it. And then because so that should shield us from the Reaper bolt thrower. So that's actually quite useful.
To battle for the Creator God.
There we go. We're going to get the 6th Book of Nagash in our sticky little paws. Get some Pit of Shades going up. That's very nice. So, yeah, just as I thought, we've got this sort of, these ridges and these sort of choke points. So, my main army is moving down here. I'm trying to goad the enemy army into advancing, but I think they're going to hold back. Although, we're sort of safe from the bolt throwers because I don't think the bolt throwers can see us. Oh, yeah, I don't think they're in a good position to actually spot us. But we do have some Ushabti and a Khmrian War Sphinx up in the forest over here. And I'm going to try and... We're pulling back, pulling forward. I'm thinking about maybe using this edge of the battlefield. Maybe put some units in this little choke point here, some units here. Maybe trying to sort of... That would mean that the bolt throwers have to come around. Carrion is sort of stuck in the forest over here. That's because if the bolt throwers do decide to fire at us, they'll have to fire through these trees, and trees will block those shots, and there's a lot of trees here, so they won't take much damage. So changed our mind, moving the army back up to the top of the hill. So we're going to move our swordsman into this little choke point over here. The halberdier is going to move over to this little choke point, and we're going to split the rest of our units between these two positions. There's the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. He's going to be a bit of a problem. I think it's fair to say you can really tell the difference between the Warhammer 1 units and the Warhammer 2 units. Now, I'm not saying the Warhammer 1 units don't look amazing, because they do. But the Warhammer 2 units are just a step above, aren't they? Very much so. So the enemy army sort of milling around. They've got some marauders with great weapons. They're not a concern. Blackguard, they're a little bit of a concern. They got some Chaos Chosen with halberds as well. They're nasty. Yeah, so the bolt thrower is firing at the carrion, and as you can see, not very many of their shots actually getting, well, more than I thought actually. Some of them are getting stopped. The carrion's not taking a lot of damage, so that's the main thing. Good. So we've moved our walls. We're going to try and finish off this unit of Dark Shards. It's kind of got pushed away from the main force. The main force is retreating, and they're trying to run away from the War Sphinx, and they're not going to be able to get away from the War Sphinx, and the Ushabti's coming up behind them as well. So they're going to get wrecked. And now our archers are in range to do some open up fire from the top of the hill there down onto the enemy Dark Shards and Marauders. That's going to goad the enemy army into advancing. Unfortunately, they've split into two sort of chunks, one heading around this side, one heading around this side, and that's problematic because we've got no defences on our rear, so we're going to have to move this block of units back over to come and deal with this blob. So we've got some Witch Elves, Dark Shards, Chaos Spawn, Blackguard, and Chosen. Getting a lovely little Tomb Swarm over here. It just makes me itch just looking at it. So they're going to be taking a lot of damage. Tomb Swarm and Archers. As you can see, these Dark Shards are really not having a very good time. The Ushabti and War Sphinx have chased that unit of Dark Shards off the field. This unit of Dark Shards is retreating. Witch Elves and these Aspiring Champions charging our line and getting absolutely hammered. A lot of these units taking a lot of damage from that Tomb Swarm and our Archers. That's good stuff. On this flank, Witch Elves have charged us and are now getting blatted. Pashidu's got stuck in here. He's like a Lynx advert. He's having to fight them off with a whip. Although, you know, Rakash helped there. So the Witch Elves have broken and are running. Chaos Spawn and Blackguard now moving up. They're going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with. More Blackguard trying to deal with our constructs, and, well, I'm going to say failing there. The War Sphinx is just trashing them, and the Ushabti are finishing them off. The main blob over here is butted up against our Tomb Guard. There's a dragon over Shaggoth getting stuck in. Chaos Giant there, more units moving in to support as well. This has turned into a bit of a bloody choke point. Over to our rear, the Black Guard getting pounded by Tomb Scorpions. We do have Chaos Chosen with Halberds moving in though, and these guys are quite nasty. Fortunately, Rakash is here. I think together we shouldn't have a problem. There's Peshidu. He's fought off the Witch Elves, now he's going in for the Chaos Halberds. Constructs, having finished off the Black Guard, have now found a nice little blob of Chaos Marauders to play with. And what a mess they're making. Some Witch Elves are trying to charge our archers over here. Unfortunately, ladies, if you're going to charge archers, wear more armour. I mean, far be it from me to tell you what to wear, but it's just a suggestion, really. You know, anything would be better, really. Because this is not going well for you, is it? Nope, that did not go well. So they're all dead, and the Chaos Marauders have had enough of being played with by the constructs. I mean, those who are left anyway. A lot of them, yes, now terrified. The Black Guard have come back. Bless them. Look at that. Going to give it another round. Round 2 did not go well, so there's that. And most of the Chaos Army, or well, Dark Elf Chaos Army, is now in full retreat. A few units still holding on, but the constructs coming in from the rear are very much... they're going to change that very quickly. As you can see, Chaos Spawn now getting absolutely annihilated. The Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is run off with 814 health. The Chaos Giant is going to be chased down with the War Sphinx, but he is going to get away. And it's just the Dreadlord now. Mr. Unpronounceable Name. He's all by himself. The rest of his army's been hacked to pieces. And now he's going to get trampled by Ushabti Stalkers and Tomb Guard. He should have really just given up the book, shouldn't he? Probably would have been a better option. Where do you think you're going? You're not going anywhere. So that's some new reading material for us. We've got the 6th Book of Nagash. Had a little bit of cash, not that we really, you know, worry about money anymore. And, oh, a Banner of Eternal Flame as well. Nice. I guess we could pop that on King Rakash. You can have that. Do I want the replenishment?
Slaves, inform the necrotect.
Or more Canopic Jars. And I'm going to take the jars. I need another army. So we got the 6th Book of Nagash. All was not seemingly well in the Nehakaran city of Lamia, however. Spellbound by the Sorcerer's legacy, Queen Neferata recreated his elixir of life. Though her method was flawed, she and her court gained eternal life, but were cursed with insatiable thirst for blood. Their dabblings aroused the fury of King Al-Qadizar, and the Lamians fled in search of refuge. It's going to give us the ability to recruit Lich Priest with shadow spells and Winds of Magic plus 20, which is very nice. We've got the Banner of Eternal Flame. King Rakash is a good attacker. He's also an executioner. Huh. I mean, yeah, good. Zaltek, you're going to go back there just in case any of these Skaven armies get any ideas. We've also got some skill points to hand out. Rakash, you are going to get Conqueror, because melee attack and weapon strength is good when you're riding a giant stone cat. And Peshidu, I mean, you really got stuck in that last battle, didn't you? That was very stirring stuff. And as such, I think you're going to be a Woundmaker. Also, maybe have a Helm of Discord and a Obsidian Amulet. Having a civilian. Yeah, that's what you're getting. Good. Also, what I wanted to do over here before I forget is where's Deskhead? There you are.
My father demands it.
Does he now? So we're going to assault.
Drag their souls to Uteran.
Ah, good. We succeeded. It wasn't a huge chance there, but we have done some damage to that army. So that's nice. It's also taking attrition damage, is it? Because it's in Vampire Lands. It's in Vampire Lands. We've got Brendan Gorst over here, who army's not particularly. That's not a scary army, to be honest. That's no problem. I think Peter Andre and Fluffy could easily deal with that if they needed to. And we're moving on Black Crag as well, so that's fine. We do have Blood River Valley. That's probably, yeah, we don't care about that. And Prince Deskad has some devastating charge. That's what you're going to get. Now the rest of the books of Nagash, to be honest, I think we've got the good ones. To be honest, I think the rest of them, because I mean this one's quite nice. The 5th book of Nagash, which is going to give unit capacity for Tomb Guard and Skeleton Chariots and army capacity. That would be very nice. The units is sort of like, yeah, it'd be good, but it's not something we can't fix anyway. The 3rd book, regions will be hit by sandstorm after sacking or occupying settlements. We're immune to a sandstorm, and also give casualty replenishment rate plus 15% after sacking or occupying settlements. I mean, that's nice, but it's not. Yeah, we got the 2nd book of Nagash. That's going to give us campaign line of sight of regions with gold idols, marble, and gemstone resources, and income from trade. We can't trade with anyone because they all hate our guts. I mean, the campaign line of sight would be okay, I guess. And then we've got the 4th book over here, which is Canopic Jars, Lord Recruit Rant, and Wound Recovery Time. So, that's fine. So I think we've got pretty much all the good ones. Can we recruit a Lich Priest of Shadows, though? No, not yet. But I want to, because lovely, lovely Pit of Shades. Ooh, I do love that Pit of Shades. That's so good. And Khalida will arrive to help relieve the siege of Al Haik again for the 2nd time. God, she just can't turn her back for 1 second, can she? She turns around, does something, turns back. Chaos Warriors fucking everywhere. Just, you know, jumping out of cupboards, under the car. Oh, it's awful. They're like rats.
No, need my warp token stuff.
Yeah, you don't need them. Good. So let's end the turn. Ragni Stonebeard, are you going to... Good, you're not... I guess even if they don't trust us, they do like us, so... Good. Failure to wound. Azhag's run away. No, he's not. He's head over there. There he is. That could be problematic. Are you going to attack Barak Var? Doesn't look like you are. Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, that's fine. You're just going to sack it. Fine. I'm not overly worried about that. What I am worried about is where Azhag is, because that whole region around Barak Var is an absolute bastard to move around, because it's filled with rivers that don't have any friggin' bridges, so you spend like your entire movement range just moving a centimetre on the map. Hello, Rat Surge. Did you try and sneak by us? That was a mistake, wasn't it? Yes, it was. I should have taken the jars. Ah, never mind. Simoods? Not Simoods? Who was Simoods? I forgot. I don't know who Simoods is. It probably doesn't matter. Oh, there's that army we damaged. Harold Soul Thief. So we'll have to check, see how active that army is. But I think we did it some damage. There's the rest of that book army wandering away. So Prince Deskhead got away. We lost. Barak Var got sacked for 88 gold. I'm not sure that was worth it. Rat Surge died. And we completed this mission, which is nice. Canopic Jars, Ushabti, and Diplomatic Relations. Excellent. We've got the boon of... yeah, that one. Good. That's nice. Failure, failure. Fine. Now, who was Simud's? Oh, he was over here. I was probably ignoring him then. Rakash. Let's go for the second rank of Conqueror. Beef you up a little bit. We could finish off this book army down here. I think that's probably... Or can we? Yes, we can. Yeah, you know what? Oh, come... You little... Oh, you little shit. Stand and fight, you... Coward. Public order here is dropping. I think I'll go and sit in Fuming Serpent for a little while. I'm not overly... I mean, we've got walls here. Public order's not great because of corruption, but hopefully corruption is getting worse. Good, that's fine. Lovely stuff. And Khalida is almost in range. Problem is... Well, you know what? Could we hit this army? We could. So we could hit this army, and then together we can wipe out the other army. Does that make sense? I don't think there's only this one army. I think against... Yeah, okay, fine. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit Arbol. But we're not going to fight both these armies. We're just going to fight one of them. And that's going to make things a little bit easier. Although he does have, you know, a dragon. So there is that. But otherwise, I think this should be fine. Unfortunately, we've run out of time for this episode. So that's where I'm going to have to leave it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.